Ladies and gentlemen, my dear students, my wonderful troublemakers, future billionaires, yes, even you in the back pretending not to listen, welcome. Today I want to share with you the things I tell my students every single day. And when I say every day, I mean even on days when I want to stay in bed, drink tea, and pretend the world doesn't exist. Why? Because success doesn't take weekends off, and neither should your dreams. So sit up straight, open your mind, and please, if your dream is to become a professional sleeper, at least listen while you're still awake. 1, the power of being delightfully foolish. Every morning I tell my students, if people don't laugh at your ideas are too small. You see, being foolish is a gift. When you are foolish, you try things. Smart people are too scared to attempt. Smart people analyze until they are paralyzed. Foolish people say, why not? And then somehow end up creating something amazing, usually after breaking at least one thing along the way. In my early days, people told me, Jack, you don't understand technology. Jack, you don't understand business. Jack, you don't understand anything. And I said, you are right, but I understand how to try. Trying beats knowing. Trying beats talent. Trying beats IQ, GPA, PhD, and every other combination of letters people like to show off. So my students, be foolish, delightfully, proudly, enthusiastically foolish. One of my students asked me, Sir, what if people say I'm stupid? I said, good, that means you are doing something interesting. Nobody calls a potato stupid. Why? Because a potato does nothing. Do not be a potato. 2, fail early, fail often, fail cheaply, fail with style. I tell my students daily. Failure is not your enemy. Ego is. When you fail, you grow. When you succeed, you celebrate. When you do neither, you are stuck in the waiting room of life with no Wi-Fi. I encourage my students to fail at least once a week. Not major failure. Don't go and crash someone's car or break their heart intentionally, but fail in small, productive ways. Try things you're not sure you can do. Attempt challenges that scare you more than ghosts. One student once asked me, Sir, what if I'm scared of failing? I replied, then you're already failing. Fear is failure in advance. But remember, fail cheaply. Don't invest everything into a single mistake. And please fail with style. If you fall like a kung fu master, dramatically, with meaning as if you planned it. 3, the 10-10-10 rule I tell every student. Every day I remind my students to follow my personal rule. 10 minutes of dreaming, 10 minutes of learning, 10 minutes of planning. Dreaming keeps you inspired. Learning keeps you relevant. Planning keeps you from doing stupid things like launching a business without knowing where the customers are or starting a diet during a barbecue festival. 30 minutes. That's all. And guess what? Some of my students still don't do it. One told me, Sir, I was too busy scrolling on social media. I said, congratulations. You are training to become a world-class thumb athlete. If you don't dedicate time each day to your future, don't be surprised when your future ignores you. 4, be the most hardworking, lazy person in the room. People look at me weird when I say this, but let me explain. What do lazy people love? Shortcuts. What do hardworking people love? Progress. Combine them and you get the perfect entrepreneur. Someone who wants to achieve great things with efficient effort. Not effort for the sake of effort. Not activity disguised as productivity, but smart, targeted, meaningful work. Every day I tell my students, do not confuse movement with progress. A hamster runs all day but goes nowhere. I once had a student who bragged, I worked for 20 hours yesterday. I asked, doing what? He said, thinking. That, my friends, is called a nap. Work smart. Work hard. Work smart and hard, and that's when magic up. 5, the secret habit. Talk to strangers, but not in a creepy way. One of my secret pieces of advice I tell my students is talk to strangers. Yes, your parents told you not to. Yes, society says it's weird. Yes, sometimes you will meet strange people. But don't worry, they think you are strange too. Opportunities are hidden inside conversations you have not yet had. Talk to the taxi driver. Talk to the old man selling peaches. Talk to the child who asked unexpected questions. Talk to people doing things you don't understand. Every person is a walking library. And the best part? No library card required. Just don't approach people like this. Hello, sir, can you make me successful? They will run. 6, do one ridiculous thing every day. Yes, ridiculous. Start a hobby that makes no sense. Dance alone for 2 minutes. Eat your breakfast with chopsticks, even if it's cereal. Say thank you to your shoes for carrying you all day. Why? Because life is too serious. If you are too serious, opportunities will avoid you. Creativity hides from seriousness. Success hides from seriousness. A ridiculous mind is a flexible mind. And a flexible mind is a winning mind. Every day I do something ridiculous. One day I practiced Tai Chi with a broom because I couldn't find my sword. Another day I tried to meditate, but I fell asleep and woke up wiser. Laugh at yourself. It costs nothing. 7, the people you choose are the future you get. Every day I remind my students, your friends today are your network tomorrow, and your network tomorrow determines your opportunities. If your friends spend their day complaining, soon you will complain louder than them. If your friends gossip all day, you will soon know everything about everyone except yourself. But if your friends dream big, guess what? You will accidentally start dreaming too. Choose people who scare you in a good way. People smarter than you. People more disciplined than you. People who make you say, wow, I need to level up. One student told me, sir, I don't have successful friends. I said, start by being the successful friend others want. 8, teach your mind to do difficult things first. I tell my students this daily, eat the bitter first, enjoy the sweet later. Humans are built backwards. We want comfort before effort. We want dessert before vegetables. We want Netflix before work. Success does not work that way. If you train your mind to do difficult things first, life becomes easier later. But if you do easy things first, the difficult things multiply like rabbits. Wake up early. Read instead of scrolling. Learn instead of complaining. Build instead of waiting. One student told me, sir, I cannot wake up early. I said, then wake up late, but wake up with purpose. You see, the time you wake up is not the issue. What you do after you wake up is what matters. 9, the 3 questions I tell students to ask every day. Every evening before sleeping, ask yourself, 1, what did I learn today? If the answer is nothing, today is wasted. 2, who did I help today? If the answer is nobody, success will avoid you. 3, what can I improve tomorrow? If the answer is nothing, you are in danger, because the moment you stop improving is the moment the world overtakes you. These 3 questions are simple, but powerful enough to transform lazy minds into unstoppable achievers. 10, stop waiting for perfect conditions. My students often tell me, sir, I will start when I am ready. And I reply, you will never be ready. Start anyway. If you wait for perfect conditions, you will die waiting. Do you know when is the best time to start a business? When you have no idea what you are doing. Do you know the best time to start learning something new? Yesterday. But since you missed yesterday, today is good too. Do you know the best time to take a leap? When your legs are shaking. Life rewards the brave, not the prepared. 11, the secret of long-term success, be reliable. Talent opens the first door. Consistency keeps you inside the room. Many people are talented. Few are reliable. Be the person who does what they say. Be the person who shows up, even when tired, even when bored, even when hungry. One of my students said, sir, I want to change the world. I said, first, change your habit of being late. Changing the world begins with changing yourself slowly, consistently, boringly. Greatness is 10% inspiration, 90% not quitting, and maybe 5% tea. 12, learn to laugh at problems. Problems are like mosquitoes. 1 or 2 is okay, but a swarm can make you question your existence. When problems attack you, laugh. I'm serious. Laugh so hard the problems get confused. When people worry, they make mistakes. When people laugh, they make solutions. I tell my students daily. Don't fight problems with tears, fight them with strategy. If you see a problem, don't shout, why me? Shout, a business opportunity. Learn to look at problems the way a hungry lion looks at a fat zebra. 13, protect your energy like a dragon protects treasure. Your energy is more valuable than gold, more valuable than money, more valuable than opportunity. Because without energy, you cannot see, cannot think, cannot act. Stop doing things that drain your energy. Meaningless arguments, comparing yourself to others, holding grudges, spending time with people who suck the life out of you, trying to impress people who don't care. Instead, invest your energy into learning, into creating, into connecting, into resting properly, into building your future. Your energy determines your altitude. Protect it fiercely. 14, dream crazy but walk sensibly. I tell my students, have a crazy dream but take very sensible steps. Your dream should be so big it scares you. If it doesn't scare you, it's a to-do list, not a dream. But don't jump from dream to dream like a monkey on caffeine. Work patiently. Have a clear plan. Be consistent. Dream wild. Walk carefully. That is the balance. 15, don't chase money, chase value. If you chase money, money runs faster. If you chase value, money chases you. Build something that helps others. Learn something useful. Solve problems bigger than yourself. Money is a shy creature. It only approaches people who are too busy creating value to notice. 16, the secret I tell my students about happiness. Success without happiness is failure wearing a fancy suit. Every day I remind my students, do not sacrifice your joy just to look successful. Real success includes peace of mind, Good health, meaningful relationships, laughter, freedom to choose, purpose. Success is not the size of your bank account. It is the size of your smile when no one is watching. 17, never stop being a student. Finally, the thing I tell my students daily without fail, never graduate from learning. You can graduate from school, from university, from training programs, even from relationships, hopefully peacefully, but you must never graduate from learning. The moment you stop learning, the world moves on and it doesn't come back to pick you up. Stay curious, stay hungry, stay humble, stay teachable. Your mind is your greatest power. Keep feeding it, keep stretching it, keep questioning it. My dear students, future leaders, and accidental comedians of life, remember this. Life is not a race, it is a dance. Sometimes you move forward, sometimes backwards, sometimes sideways. Sometimes you step on someone's toes. Sometimes someone steps on yours. But as long as you keep moving, you are winning. So go out there and make mistakes. Chase dreams that make sense only to you. Build things the world has never seen. Make people laugh. Make people think. Make yourself proud. And if there's anything you forget from today's speech, remember this. Do not be a potato. Thank you.